Hey up, me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome to the Hermit's Cave. Oh, Saturday, 4 p.m. Time for a cuppa and a catch-up. It's been a long time. It's been, I think, about a month since, because we didn't do it because of Tarathon. Then I had an interview with Jennifer from Sea Willow and Herbs. And then last week was the interview with Will. So it's been at least a month since we had the opportunity just to sit down and have a bit of a chat. So I'm going to have a look at who's here, because there's already 34 people in and chatting, which is just lovely to see everyone. So we've got Liv's Prisma, how are you? And Caroline, Natasha, Marina, Maddie, Dan, Stray Cat, and we have Patrice, Melissa, Jamie, Sandra, and Robin. Hi, Robin. Naomi, Adam. Hello, Adam. The Wild One, Abundance Tarot. Trying not to say the same names twice. Maddie, I'm not sure if I said you or not, Maddie, but hello, Maddie, if I doesn't harm to say it again. We have Selkie. Hi, Selkie. Sea Cat and Annie Bookwright. Andy, L. Hi, L. And Sean. Hi, Abosade. Angeline. Jen, hello. And Maharet. Maria. Jalama. Turid. Pauline. Tamaya. Alana. Wow, so many people. El Wasson. Villain. Julie. Rebecca. Chris. Brenda. Misty, and I think I caught up Patty and Ness. Hello, hello everybody, and happy summer solstice. So I've been watching loads of stuff and getting in the spirit of things. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to attend the first ever live from Stonehenge. I couldn't think of the name then. Stonehenge. I'm going to see the sunset, and I might set my alarm to get up. I think it's about 4 something. Is it 4:20 something or 4:23 something like that, to see it rise tomorrow as well. So yeah. So however you celebrate this, you know, midsummer, Letha, or just happy summer solstice. And I've got my little card out actually. I don't know if you remember these. It's by the lovely Julia Breinhart. And these are altar cards that she hand painted. And she did do a Kickstarter campaign. I believe she's going to relaunch. But it didn't get funded. So there was a 3 sets. I don't know if she's doing all 3 sets again. There was the altar cards, the affirmation cards, and an oracle deck that all went up on Kickstarter. And she sent me the prototypes, and because they never got funded, she wrote and said, "You're the only person in the world with these cards." So I'm not, you know, I feel very blessed and very honoured, but I really love them, and I hope that she puts these up. So this is the little booklet, Julia Breinhart, and we met her. She came to the UK Tarot meetup because she's from Nottinghamshire, and there's a card for the Sabbats. I love that one, Spring Equinox. And in fact, she sent me a framed picture of the hair from that card. Baltine, Samhain. I love it, and I love it when a Sabbat comes around and I get to look how beautiful that is. I get to put these on my sacred space. Imolk. And, you know, there's other things. So there's like a sun card, which is just beautiful. She's so creative. and artistic. Then we have winter, spring, summer, winter, spring, summer, or fall. I really love the autumn card. Just look at that little Celtic rabbit, or hare I should say. And then we have a goddess, we have a god, and then we have some Celtic symbols like the ankh, the pentacle, the triskele, and then we have the elements: water, fire, air, and earth. And then we have things like spirit, you know, the fifth element. I can't twist my arm around. But then I don't use these, but then there are, you know, the star signs as well. Aries, Capricorn. So it's a fabulous day. It was such a shame that it didn't get funded on Kickstarter. But I think she's going to do just the Oracle first. There's some amazing art in the Oracle. She was the one that did the Serendipity Oracle originally, which I got a couple of years ago, and is used by Sally Morgan, the famous Sally Morgan. But yeah, great altar cards, and they came in a set. So that's my one for today for midsummer. And then I always change up my little goddess. So I've got these little goddess figures that are hand painted by my oldest friend's partner. And they have on the back, this one is obviously for Letha, and it's just beautiful. So that goes on my sacred space as well, on my wheel of the year as the crystal that I move around. So yeah, and I've got a parcel to show you today to unpack. So let's see, I've just seen some comments coming in. I am thinking of joining that event too. Yeah, there's so many now though. I can't remember which one I said I was going to go to. There's a Glastonbury one. I definitely want to see a sunset at Stonehenge, and if I can get up, sunrise at Stonehenge. But there's loads of different ones. There's lots popped up. I need one that I know everybody's going to and a link to join it live, and I'll be there. Simon, have you seen the movie Midsummer? Oh yes. We watched that at Becca's when we had our last get together. Now, was it October, or was it when we met up in February at Becca's? I think it was February, wasn't it? I actually bought the DVD from the supermarket near Becca's so that we could watch it, and then brought the DVD back home with me. So I've got the DVD. I love it. It's a great film. Although it doesn't doesn't portray pagans in a very good light. It's very sort of, you know, what Hollywood want you to think of pagans, like with the Wicker Man and things like that. Good try at making sense, Jackie. What's Jackie said? Sister L's mum. Sister L's mum. I was always there to call people out. Brother. Oh, is Shane here? Hi, Shane. Oh, yeah, sister. Hi, Shane. Shaya, hello. All the lovely souls here. I know there's some lovely people here. And thank you to everybody that turned up last night for my interview with Rochelle over at Amethyst Ascension. I really enjoyed it. I've never known 2 hours go so fast. When she said, well, we should really look at wrapping this up because we've been talking for over 2 hours, I was like, really? So, but it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. The deck, I'm not quite sure because it's not in existence. You can't get it. But the little booklet, where have I put that little booklet that comes with it? Peculiarity, Sacred Space cards, this one. I think Peculiarity was the name of all 3 sets. So they're like a peculiarity oracle, a peculiarity affirmation set, which was little square cards. But this is a set of 36 seasonal altar display cards. All cards are my original artwork. I use many different materials while creating art, including water charged under the full moon for watercolours. And then she lists all the cards. So, yeah, but sadly, but you never know. She may try again to get it funded. Big up, Sally. Oh, you sound like my sister. She's brought out a perfume now, you know, Sally Morgan has. So whether she likes it or not, my mum's got a bottle for her birthday next week. Oh dear. Have I missed any more comments? Do not forget, yeah. Thank you, Selkie. Sister Mum of L. Sister Mum of L. It gets complicated, this family dynamic. Hi, Tamaya. I saw your interview, love it. Oh, thank you. It was nice that you saw it. Yeah, so let's hope it comes back again at some point. So how are we all doing? Are we all okay? Let's have a bit of a check-in and see how everybody is. I've had a nice, relaxing day, despite getting up. Who was I telling? I think it was Sandra. I know I've told Adam as well. I had a dream. I never mention people in dreams because I don't like to, but I was with somebody, and it's really strange because one of the questions I was asked last night was, do you dream and do you remember your dreams? And I was saying, I seldom remember my dreams. So isn't it ironic then that I have a dream this morning that I woke up from, what you would call a nightmare, I suppose, if you was a kid. It was 6:30 this morning, 6:25 to be precise. And I woke up from it. I went to the loo, and then I started thinking, I've just had this dream, and I traced it back. And it was it was awful. And I've often heard, you know, they used to say, if you die in your dream, you die in your sleep. So I was terrified of that. And I remember years and years ago when I was in my early 20s, I was with my partner at the time. I had this dream where there was a beautiful view across like the Derbyshire Dales, loads of fields and countryside. You could look for miles. And there was a little bench on the edge, which had its back to the view, which I thought was strange in the dream. And as I sat and plonked myself down, the bench tipped backwards and I plummeted over the edge. And you know, your heart goes up into your throat. And I remember shouting, "Wake up, wake up." And I woke up and my partner was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, oh, I had this dream, and I mentioned what had happened in the dream. And I just remember thinking, I'm so glad I didn't hit the bottom, because I would never have woke up. And I've always kind of believed that, but it's not the case. Because last night, well, this morning, at 6:25 this morning, I woke up to pancakes and bacon being delivered in bed. Oh, you lucky thing, Jamie. Does somebody want to come and bring me pancakes and bacon in bed? Hi, Mendy. Yeah, so anyway, this dream was in a viewing gallery at an airport. So in my mind, it was East Midlands Airport, because I think that's the only viewing gallery I've ever stood in. But where you can stand in the big room with the big glass windows and you can watch planes taking off. And this plane started to go up into the air. Now, those of you who have flown, you know that feeling when you're on board a plane where it's just going up and it kind of chugs a bit to get its motion, and then once you kind of go, then you're fine. It's just like when it first takes off, you get a little bit of a chugging, like it's really trying to get up into the air. So as it took off and went up, I saw this kind of chugging motion, and I was like, in my dream, I said, oh, I hate that feeling when it does that. And then the plane just kind of turned and crashed down onto the ground. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, you know how you do. And I was like, oh, that's awful. Just witnessed a plane crash. And then this with the orange flashy light, this kind of truck with orange flashy light went tearing towards it, and it got like this mechanical claw on the back, which was strange. And as it got to the debris of the crash, it clawed it and then started driving at full speed towards us. So I shout, everybody down, everybody down. And I heard somebody shout, it's a terrorist attack. This is just, madness, isn't it? What goes off in your subconscious. And I got down on the floor and I heard this smash of other glass coming through. And I looked up and I just saw all this debris and everything coming towards me and being trapped. And I could just remember thinking, this is going to really hurt. This is going to hurt. And then the next thing I remember is a round picture frame with my face in it in black and white, and another person with their picture in it in black and white, and this man's voice reading a sermon. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't made it. I haven't survived it. And then I woke up and I was like, that was awful. And I went to the loo and I was thinking, right, the picture frames, why is it someone's reading a sermon out? And then I traced the dream back in my mind. And I thought, I'm not going to go back to sleep now. So here's me saying I had a lovely day. Started off with a nightmare. I then decided to go and do my weekly shopping, which was eventful. But I was back here for like 9:15 in the morning, food all packed away, cooking some breakfast and good to go. So the rest of the day has been okay. Good morning. I'm in from my walk, making a smoothie. Oh, Jilly, that sounds nice. Morning, Jilly, by the way. I need to do some walking this weekend, break my walking boots in that I've got. So I want to try and do some tomorrow. Water Child says, wild, Simon, that was a crazy one. Kick that dream's butt. Yeah. But aren't dreams weird when you think about it? Like I say, I very often remember any dreams. And I think it was because we was talking about dreams last night that I remembered it. Going on a desert hike today. Where do you live, Stray Cat? Obviously near a desert, but I have lots of very weird dreams. What a dream, yikes. Sometimes those feelings from a dream can hang around for the whole day. Yeah, and I still remember a dream I had. I'm not going to tell it because this is all going to be about dreams, but I still remember a dream I had when I was about 10 years of age. And it haunted me for the longest time, and I still can remember it now and still get the feels because it was so realistic. But I used to remember a lot, but since my treatment, very little. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, I've never been a huge dreamer. Sorry, I just read a comment. So, I have had and I need to just check, see if because I've emailed the person that sent me this saying, are you happy for me to use your name? But I've not had a reply. So I don't know if I can or not, but I will just say Stacy. Okay, so this is from Stacy, which is a package. Now it's supposed to be a deck, but it feels quite heavy for a deck, so I have no clue. I've not opened it. But Stacy contacted me a couple of months ago now, saying that she wanted to gift me, I think she'd bought one herself, a copy of the Rabbit Tarot, 10th anniversary. Now I've got I've got two Rabbit Tarots. The first one I ordered by mistake. I ordered it and I thought that's quite a reasonable price. And when it come, it was Diddy. It was this tiny little Diddy deck. Probably around the same size as the original Mildred Payne's Pocket Oracle. But it is so cute. These are the backs. And then when I realised what I had done, I decided to order the normal size rabbit. But even this, and I really don't like because they just go everywhere. They have these 2 fold outs, but they're really thick. Look at that. So it kind of pushes the box out and it's starting to tear. Because it's thick laminated, you get one for your majors, and then you get oh, I can't work out how it goes back now. Oh, there we go. Is it? Oh yeah. One for the minors. But when squashed into the box, because they kind of fold like that, they're really, really thick and it takes up a lot of space. But this is a nice size. It's still small. It's like a poker size or bridge size, I suppose. But really adorable, and I love this deck. And she contacted me, I think, if I remember rightly, she said it was to thank me for doing Quarren Stream, which, you know, really no need. I absolutely loved doing Quarren Stream, but she said, I'd like to get you the 10th anniversary because I know, you know, and I did that one about cute decks, I think it was, or gentle decks, something like that. It was one of the Quarren Streams I did. And she said there is a 10th anniversary one out, which apparently is more tarot sized than that one. So, but as I said, this feels quite kind of heavy for just a deck. Now, if this was a pre-recorded, I'd do a speed up now. So adorable. It is adorable. Oh, okay, I'm in. So there is a card. Oh, wow, that's a nice card. Look at that. Oh, and there's a note inside. Oh, wow. I better not read all of that out. She's included 2 decks. A full-sized Rabbit Tarot and the Badger's Forest Tarot. I've also sent you... My goodness, she's put another deck in there as well. And let's see what this note is, because there might be some instructions. So, yeah, so it was a couple of months ago when I first started the tarot stream, but they come from not Mate Playing Cards, Game Crafter. And Game Crafter put a halt until the end of May because of the coronavirus situation. So she wrote to me and said, I have paid for the decks for us, but there's a delay. And I said, oh, don't worry, thank you for letting me know. And it was really kind of her. And then she's mailed it out on the 8th of June. So it hasn't took too long to come, really, just 12 days. Oh, there's some stones in here. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, there's a Super 7 as well. I've just seen, wow, this is really, there's so much in here. So let's have a look. Looks like we've got some bungles. That's why there's this amazing smell. I don't know which to read to find out. Extra goodies I thought you might like. Incense. Beeswax candle. Wow, gosh. She's so nice. She says, I want to thank you for being you and for everything you give to Tarot Tube viewers like myself. Oh, and please feel free to pass on along anything you don't gel with. Totally won't offend me. That's so lovely. I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. I can see. The sage I grew and dried myself. And the smudge bungle is cedar and tea roses, which I made myself. Wow. So these are grown and made herself as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, that smells gorgeous. That is really lovely. Gosh, here's me thinking the rabbit taro was coming, which is more than generous. And then, oh, that smells so nice. I wish you could smell what I could smell. So, wow. I can't wait to just sit and read all these. I'm always conscious that when I'm live, people are sat watching, and you know, there's quite a lot to read. So I will have a read after. But so we've got some incense, which is frankincense and myrrh. Oh, I love frankincense and myrrh. I buy the Marks and Spencer's frankincense and myrrh stuff each Christmas. That smells so nice. Yes, you're right, Jamie. Homemade things are the best. And I love these little... Sandra always manages to get these little bubble wrap pouches. They're so handy. My goodness. I don't know where... So these are the decks, I'm thinking. And there's 3. Oh, my. What's this? Joanna Nelson's studio. Stuck to this, but it might just be that it's stuck to that. Amazon has never added any goodies to my tarot boxes. Yeah, it's in an Amazon box, isn't it? It threw me this morning when it was delivered, and I've just got back from shopping because my mail comes anywhere between like 12 and 1. So I thought, well, I'll go shopping this morning. I'm not going to miss the mail. But this came separate to the mail. And so I was like, oh, just got back. Thank goodness for that. Oh, wow. Look at that stone. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. That is so beautiful. You can see the colour of the stone on the back. It's almost like a volcanic rock. But look at that. These beautiful colours, the chakra colours and the iris look. Oh, it's a Joanna Nelson stone. So it is a Joanna, because the Joanna Nelson card was stuck to... So does Joanna Nelson paint stones then and sell them? Wow, it must be in this letter. Just bear with me a second. You'll find some extra goodies that I thought you might like. Of course, some incense. We all know you love incense. The divine... The crystals are... Yes, the last item, although I pulled it out first, typical me. The last item is a meditation rock painted by Joanna Nelson, who is the artist of the Whispering Spirits and Mons Tarot. Wow, that is incredible. And it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, I need to put that somewhere. Okay, so... take those 2 out. I think I don't want to miss anything. Let's pop that. People are so kind. Oh, everything just smells amazing around me at the minute. So we've got this. Brown paper packages. Oh, these are the beeswax candles. I love beeswax. So gorgeous. And they just glow, don't they? When you light them, they give off the most amazing glow. And I love the smell of beeswax as well. I do, Shay, I really do. I'm really fortunate, and I'm always really humbled and really touched, because I just love doing what I do, you know, and the interaction and everything I get from people is enough. So I always kind of feel very undeserved. It's just like, well, all I'm doing is just doing my thing, you know, but at the same time really grateful and humbled and touched. So we've got a couple of crystals here. So let's have a look. Wow, these are gorgeous. That I know straight away is the Super 7. I've wanted a Super 7 for so long. I used to have a Super 7 tumbled stone that I kept in a little cage that I wore around my neck, and I lost it. And they're quite hard to get, but you know, there's 7 different crystal properties in a Super 7. So let's have a look. The crystals is a Shiva Lingam. Yes, I've got a little Shiva Lingam. I love Shiva Lingams. Cross stone. It's called a cross stone. Oh yes, look at this. Can you see that? How cool is that? I can't pronounce Shays to light. CHIASTOLITE, or cross stone, and the Super 7. But that is really cool, isn't it? I love that. When we get natural kind of formations like that. Just gorgeous. Yes. Oh, I've said it right, have I? Is that a fossilized hot cross bun from the Neolithic period? Wow. So let's have a look at the decks. Let's pop things. Oh dear. Wow. I'm kind of really blown away. Stacey is so lovely, but and when people say, can I just send you a deck? You know, I'm getting one, and I thought it might be nice to get you one, and then you get all this, and everything is wrapped so lovely. Hi Neem, good to see you. Oh my goodness. All right, so I wasn't expecting this, but it explains the orange paper because it's Tom Benjamin's Tarot de Marseille, Ville de la Toussaint, but it's the Halloween Marseille Tarot that I was looking at last year. This is cool. Look at the backs. It's edged in black, and yeah, cardstock is really nice. That Halloween deck is on my wish list. I love the colours. Even the colours are Halloweeny. Look at that. Temperance, the spider in the web. It reminds me of the film The Fly, the old B movie in black and white. Help me. This is great. I'll just show the majors and some of the minors. I do have the Halloween tarot. I never did manage to get it in the tin, but I remember seeing this last year. But again, you know, decks coming from the States for us, as I said last night in the interview, it doubles the price. So we do have to be really, we have to save or, you know, take the hit with customs and shipping and everything else, unless Beth at Little Red Tarot gets it in. I like the tower there. La Lune. Look at the sun with the mummy. But I love you for trying, Shane. What you trying, Shane? Oh, Jamie says that's a wonderful fall deck. I got it last year. So much fun. Yes. And we've got the world. And then because it's a Marseille style, look at that. I love the purple and oranges together. So that's our candles. And this is our cups. These little cauldron type cups. Cardstock is really nice. Really nice cardstock. Silky, and they fit together really nice. Look at the quartz. I was only going to show you the majors one time. We have ghosts. It's fab. What else do we have? And then it looks like we have pumpkins, which is the pentacles, because this is the two of coins, isn't it? Not pentacles. And it's got Tom Benjamin's name because the artist is Tradition 2019 for them to put their name in the two of coins. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Tom Benjamin is in the deck too. Is he, Neem? Oh, is he the Fool? Is that Tom? Makes me want Halloween. Yeah. Samhain is not that far off, really, when we think about it. You know, as after today, the nights start drawing in. It looks like there's a folder here that you get. Yeah, you've got instructions and things in a folder here. Would it help if you bought... Yeah, and that's what I did with the Stone Marseille. Jen Rodriguez really helped me by buying the deck. She was buying it for soul, so she bought an extra one and then obviously sent it as a gift to me. So therefore, I escaped customs and was able to get the deck and just pay Jen for the deck and the postage. So... Right, so couple more. Thank you, Shea, appreciate that. Oh, so this is the Badger's Forest. I'm not going to do a walkthrough of both. I might do a separate pre-recorded video of one of them. So you can choose. You can choose what you'd want to see today. So we have, look at this paper. Everything is so lovely. What we've got here, a little, thank you for purchasing my tarot. Oh, wow. My tarots will no longer be available on Etsy once they sell out. Okay. And this is the Rabbit Tarot Deluxe Edition. So, what would you like to see as a walkthrough? Do you want to see the Rabbit Tarot or the Badger's Tarot? You can put R or B if you want, if it's easier. So, we've got Badgers. Simon, do you remember when I showed you my Badger's? Yes, when we first met in the coffee shop. Badger, rabbit, badger, 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 dad, badger, badger. Okay, it's the badger. Which is fine. I'll do a separate video because then I can do a comparison as well with the three the 3 sizes, can't I? So, but it's nice to have it as a tarot size. So, I'm running out of space. Wow, it looks like Christmas in here with all the wrapping and everything. So Sandra, was your badger in full tarot size as well? Or was it in the kind of bridge size? I don't know if this is something new that the creator is doing. Nikisha. So from the creator of the Rabbit Tarot comes the Badger's Forest Tarot, a unique wild animal deck rooted in traditional tarot. This deck has 78 unique art cards featuring badgers, foxes, crows, rabbits, deer, bears, and more. Bodger. Yes, in the full tarot size. Fab. We were overruled. Oh, Neem, did you want rabbit? I'll try and get it filmed tomorrow. So it's in a little tuck box. This is the box. Already adoring it. A little hair on the back. Oh. Oh, and yes, you can see it's made by a game crafter. You can see that on the inside there. Stamped at the bottom, game crafter. It was done in 2013, so it's been out for a while. Wow, so you get a fold out, nice thick paper. So, Badger's Forest Tarot 2013 by Nikisha van der Hoeven. Oh, okay. So you do get a lot of rabbits in it anyway, because you get your major arcana fall through to the world, and then the minors are broken down into rabbits for wands, crows for pentacles, foxes for cups, and badgers for swords. And then there's a different animal for each of the archetypes. So the Fool is a squirrel, the Magician a raccoon. We have Sorceress instead of High Priestess, which is a groundhog. Empress is a bear, blah, blah, blah. Well, you'll see as we go through. So, I don't know where to, I'm running out of space. Running up that hill. I can't keep up with the chat, but you're all having a chat about something. So cardstock is really nice. I love the backs. Look at the backs. Fully reversible. Really beautifully painted. Cardstock is nice. It's matte, but it has like a nice sheen. Really beautiful. Oh, they're not in order. Oh, they're not in order. Well, that's okay, isn't it? Although we're not going to be able to see the yeah, we're not going to be able to tell. Well, we know foxes are one particular suit, but it's not in order, so we'll just have to go, because it would take me a while to put it into order. Just bought the Astro Soul Oracle from your review. I've literally brought 6 decks this week because of your videos. Sorry, Pauline. Astro Soul is a beautiful deck though, really lovely quality. So this is the Sun card, which is gorgeous. And our Sun card is Big Horned Sheep. Big Horned Sheep. And then we have our Star, which is the White Stag. The Devil is a goat, which is quite apt for the Devil, really, isn't it? We often see that goat-headed devil. The death card is the buffalo. Oh, look at that skull as well. That reminds me when I went to, the only time I went to Yellowstone Park and was driving through the park, and this huge buffalo just came walking down the road. We just all had to stop our cars and just wait it out as it went past. I filmed it on a camcorder. Just got up. Oh, Stacey, you're here. I've sent you an email asking if it's okay to use your name, and if you're saying no, I've just outed you because I'm like, here, she's here. But I love everything. You'll have to watch it back. Oh, I'm just completely blown away by your kindness and generosity with all of the things that you've sent. You're very naughty because that, 3 decks and all this stuff. So, but thank you. And I did a bit of a vote to see if people wanted a walkthrough today of the Rabbit Tarot or the Badger's Forest, and they said the Badger's Forest. So I'm going to pre-record tomorrow a walkthrough of the Rabbit Tarot. I can't believe you got these so fast. 12 days, because your letter is dated the 8th. So yeah, I was really, because you was thinking 2 to 3 weeks, wasn't you? So yeah, so we have the Justice card. The artwork is just beautiful, isn't it? Really beautiful. Look at the animals in the background that are silhouetted as well. Oh, the Fool. This little squirrel, look. It's just so beautiful. Not your fault, Sam. I love your channel. I'm a newbie and new to tarot, and you're great fun to watch. Oh, thank you, Pauline. And I know how that feels. I remember myself being new to the tarot community, finding people and buying decks. So, yeah. So this must be from the wands. This is our wands. I was just saying, Stacey, that they're not in order, so we'll just take them as they come. Because rabbits is wands, but look at the artwork. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, 2 to 3 weeks. But I mean, when Jen sent this stone Marseille, it took like a week. Yet today I also got a bag from Wolfbound Creations. This beautiful bag came today, and this has taken 5 weeks. The 2 bags that I ordered like a week and a half afterwards came like 3 weeks ago. So it's just, there's no rhyme or reason. But yeah, and I said I was going to put my Rabbit Tarot in this. So yeah, and I've just showed the Halloween Tarot from Tom Benjamin. So thank you for sending that too. You're really, really kind. I love this, how it's leaping over the other animals. And look, the 4. Look how there's 4 trees as well. So that's 4 of wands because it's rabbit. So it looks like we've got the wands, but they're just not in order because that's the 2. But this artwork is just so gorgeous. Here's our Ace of Wands. And look at the knight, he's riding on this little Bambi. Just look at him. Hi, Patsy. Simon, I'm late. It's been one of those days. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm just showing the Badger's Forest Tarot, which is one of the gifts from Stacey, who's here in the room. This is gorgeous. So this is foxes. So this is cups, and it says kit. I wonder if that's one of the courts then. Sandra, you'll know. But look. I don't think I've seen such beautiful imagery. Oh, the 9. It's the page, Simon. Great. Yes, it even says on the it even says on the paper, crow chick for the crows, for the rabbits, rabbit kit, foxes, fox kit, and badgers, badger kit. Gorgeous. Oh, I love this. Look at this ace of foxes. So foxes is cups. Two. Wow, why are people laughing at Shane? What's he said? I missed what he said. I'm missing things. I'm just so enamoured. And because these are matte and borderless, the images just really burst. Gorgeous. Here's our knight. Our knights seem to be riding other animals like the little rabbit we see. Now we've got the fox. We've got crows coming up, which is pentacles. And this is chick. So this is the page of pentacles. Beautiful. I love the way the background is kind of blurred as well, so you can really focus on. I said the post system is broken. Please turn it off and turn it back on again. Yeah, let's reboot. Let's reboot the post system. I don't think you've received my parcel yet. 8. Now this is, oh, it's still crows, but you've got this bear look. Or would that be one of the major? I don't know when we're going to get to the majors. Oh no, the majors have got titles. Yeah. Because it wouldn't be strength. Ooh. And the colours. Get a real sense of like autumn feeling there. And then we have winter look with this crow. Love crows. This whole deck is incredible. Ace of Cups. No, Pentacles. Crows are Pentacles. They just look very Ace of Cupsy, didn't it? Oh, look at that. I had to think what it was at first, but the crow is there, look. In flight. These are gorgeous. King of Crows. Need a bag for it though. I know I might need to order another bag. These are badgers, obviously. And these are swords. So this is our sword suit. Oh, look at this one. How adorable. The 2. I love this. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, let me see if I've just got the majors left. No, I haven't. So let's take out, because I've come to some majors now and I want to have the majors at the end. Okay, so our Queen of Badgers, she's beautiful. This deck is spot on for me, that others like it have not. It is, it's really beautiful. The artwork is stunning, look at that. and the use of colour. Do you pay your tarot decks for readings like a main one and a clarifier? No, I tend to use Oracle as clarifier, or I've just recently had the somewhere on this desk under all my papers, the Crystal Ball Oracle decks, 13 cards that a Boss a Day showed on her channel, and I ordered some. They're in the UK, and they make excellent clarifying cards. They're buried somewhere on my desk. This artwork is stunning. Look, I love the fact the knights are riding other animals, other bigger animals. Ooh, got a wolf. Crows again. This is beautiful. They are gorgeous clarifier cards. They are B. Yeah, I was really... They don't edge well. I edged them and they did bleed, but it's okay because on the back there's like a... It looks almost like frayed and aged, the design. So we're having a bit of bleed around the front. It wasn't too bad. This is an interesting card. It's our crows, but... There's our queen. This deck is so cute. It really is. Gorgeous. These are so pretty. And anybody else got this deck? I know Sandra's got it, but anybody else got this deck? Because it's a bit of a hidden gem. And I do remember Sandra showing it me. And it was when I was doing my tour around the UK, when I went to Scotland and different places. And I met Sandra for the first time right at the end of that trip. And of course, I must have bought 20 decks during that trip with Glastonbury and everything else. Look at that. I love that image. So I suppose I was a bit overstimulated, but I remember thinking, this is a beautiful deck. So thank you, Stacey, for including this, because it's gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Oh. It's stunning. Not yet, but I soon will have it. I think that's my favourite so far. This one is beautiful. This is me. This could be a hermit card as well, couldn't it? Look at that. Oh, so gorgeous. Oh. Look. I love the foxes too. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to put the majors into order and I'll show you the majors cards. Okay, so it won't take me long, he says, but now I'm under pressure, so maybe it will. Judgment. The World, Judgment. Just seen the Sun. Oh no, some were at the beginning, weren't they? Some were already at the beginning. I remember now. The Sun certainly was. Moon, Star. Where's the Tower? Tower, Devil. Where's Temperance? Temperance, Death. Where's the Hanged Man? I can't find, oh, hanged bird, that's it. And then we need justice, the wheel, where's the hermit? Hermit, and I need strength. Doing it backwards. Strength, and I need the chariot, lovers, Hierophant, and then I need the emperor, empress, high priestess, magician, and fool. There we go. I'm a newbie and only 6 decks so far. Have a few more in shipping carts all over. You know, there's something quite nice just having 6 decks, if I'm honest. But then when you see decks like this, I mean, how can you not add to your collection? It's just like, ugh. And I always kind of have that sort of, if I don't get it, and it goes out of print. Okay, so let's have a look at the majors then. So here is our fool, which is this little squirrel. An impulsive individual, foolish actions or unfounded optimism, easily distracted or influence, risky efforts. Little magician, it's a raccoon. Sorceress is the groundhog. Puxatony Phil. We have our Empress, the bears, in cubs. The Emperor. So that's nice that the Emperor and the Empress go together. A little family of bears. The Hierophant is a wild boar. Yeah, there is something nice about having a few, Shaya, but there's something nice about having a collection as well where you can, depending on what your mood takes you, can just pull a particular deck. Here's our lovers. Chipmunks. Chippendale. Oh, the chariot is beautiful. So we've got a rat, L. A little rat riding a swan. That's one for you. Strength. A cougar and a fawn. Oh, that's a brilliant depiction of the strength card. Look at the hermit. Cuteness overload. And that's a possum. Hello, possums. A wheel. Little mouse. Beautiful cards. They are stunning cards. Oh, look at the justice card. We did see that one earlier, didn't we? With the little silhouetted animals. That's our hound. And then our hanging bird. It's actually hanging upright, but still suspended. Hanging. And that's a sparrow. The death card we saw, the buffalo. I think the temperance is beautiful. Look how majestic she looks. That's a doe. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Here's our devil. We've seen the devil anyway. The tower. Oh, fleeing this little storm that's star. It's beautiful. Reminds me of the Fool card in the Enchanted Forest. Forest of Enchantment, I should say. Gorgeous moon. Oh, sorry, wanting shot. There's a wolf look. Beautiful. It is quite moving. Yeah, you're right. The tower. It's our sun, which we saw. And the Judgment card. It looks like there's a fire raging off in the distance. Do you get that sense from it? It's a badger. It says a wake-up call to arm, a time to confess or a time to make amends, to forgive, to seek forgiveness. So it doesn't give you like a description of the cards, but you get that message from it, don't you? And the world is actually what's on the back. It's the tree that appears in the back, but on the back you've got this border. And the world, yeah, I really like that because a tree is an ecosystem, isn't it? If you think about the life that trees provide, not just us in terms of oxygen, but you know the ecosystem that's found in a tree. So see what it says here. It's the oak tree, everything, life, the obtainment of knowledge, end of a quest, beginning of a renewal, a new journey, completion. Stacey, I love this. I absolutely love this, and I've not even looked at my rabbit tarot yet. Thank you for everything that you've sent for me. You're way too generous. And this eye keeps looking at me, this Joanna Nelson eye. It's just here on my desk. I need to get one of my little stands out. I'm not going to have it as a paperweight. I'm going to have it where it's up and looking. It's absolutely stunning. Order placed. Wow. So yeah, I'm just blown away. Really am blown away. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful deck. I suppose really I should. No, it's fine. Yeah, I will do the walkthrough tomorrow of the Rabbit Tarot, and I'll do some comparisons with the other sizes as well. My husband won't let me buy a vintage car because we don't have room in the garage. I want the car. I took my first driver's test in. Wow. I thought you was going to say, my husband won't let me buy a vintage car because we haven't got room in the garage. So instead, I'm going to buy more decks to go in the garage. It was the female deer for temperance that did it. Yeah, that's my favourite major. The Hermit's Cave, so glad you like them. I do, Stacey, I do. Thank you. Very, very generous. And I will read, I've kind of read your bits of your card, but I'll read everything, you know, obviously when I've finished, because there's the letter as well, isn't there, which tells you more about the stone. And I love the Super 7. I don't know if you was here for that when I explained that I used to have a Super 7 that I wore around my neck in a little cage, and I lost it and I was gutted because they're quite hard to get over here, the Super 7. So to have another piece was incredible. So thank you. So anything else that we want to talk about? Do you ever experiment with lucid dreams? So Cody, I don't know if you was here at the beginning. I was explaining about a dream that I had this morning, but I don't very often have dreams. And this came up in the interview last night, and I think that's why I probably had a dream that I've remembered anyway. But I don't really have them. And I said last night in the interview, I'm really envious of people who have lucid dreams when they can describe in such detail, especially ones that go on. I mean, the one I told about earlier, probably, you know, would have lasted all of a minute in my mind as it was happening. But yeah, and you know, you wake up sometimes and you know you've had long dreams, but you just can't grasp what they were. You just have to let them go, because you could really, you know, beat yourself up trying to remember details and things. A Datsun Roadster. My dad and I went to the testing and the instructor said, don't you have another car she can test in? My dad said, this is her car. And I've wanted that car ever since. I have to be really careful about spending due to chronic health costs. Yeah, I know, and you guys have to pay for your healthcare, don't you, over there? We're quite fortunate over here that we don't have to, but unless you decide to go private. But can you explain how custom fees and VATs are determined when someone from the US gifts you something? It's purely down on value. And even though we say, you know, it's, if anything's priced up of over $15 or more, we then have to start paying tax. I think the cheapest I've ever had to pay is £13. The dearest I think was 35. Lucian sent me some beads that they're hanging on my sacred space at the moment, and he didn't know about the customs or anything. He put that there was worth $100, so I had to pay $35 just to pick them up. So it's down on what's put on the, but even every so often they will still take one and open them up, and if they feel that the value is more, they will write you a letter and say, we've had a look at your parcel, we believe that it values this much and therefore you've got to pay X, Y, Z. But 9 times out of 10 it doesn't get to that. Pauline said she tried mushy peas and mint sauce and thought it was heaven. Pauline, it's the simple things, isn't it, in life? They are heaven. I love mushy peas and mint sauce. I've got mushy peas in, and I've got a jar of mint sauce in. So, yeah. And I often add mint sauce to my steamed vegetables, especially if I'm having greens. If I'm having things like broccoli or cauliflower or Brussels or anything like that, or some green beans, if I steam them, I like to put a bit of mint sauce on them. Just lovely. Hermit's Cave, there are a couple of unboxing videos of the new 2nd edition of the Star Tarot. I know, I can't get it. Do you know where it's possible to get it? No, Schiffer doesn't even have it in. I've been in touch with Schiffer, we've had email exchanges, and they don't have it in. And I believe it's because there's an error in the printing with Emperor. They haven't said that, but I've seen people unbox it and say there's a printing error. So I think it's been halted whilst they put that right. I know, because I'm really excited about it. I've got the original, which I chopped down, and I still really love it. But it's the old Schiffer glossy cardstock, and now that it's matte and gilded and the borders are gone and the images are larger, I'm really excited to get it whenever we can get it. I usually ask the sender to mark it as a gift and value it for $15. Yeah, I usually say, yeah. I mean, it makes no difference, does it? Even if it's marked as a gift. If it says gift and they put $50, you will pay, because it's down on the value. But I usually tell people just mark it just under 15, because then, you know. And I'm not going to name them because I don't want anybody to be in trouble or anything, but there are some deck creators as well, indie deck creators, that will put their cost price down. So they'll mark their deck at like $5, and I love that, because that's the cost value of it. So I know when I order direct from them, I'm never going to pay customs on it. So I think that's great. I would just wish more would perhaps do that. And there are decks, you know, like Encore at the moment, because the whole Ciro Marchetti tragedy that he's given up doing tarot because of plagiarism. I was thinking, right, well, you know, I might get it, but when I look at it and see how beautiful it is, then see what the postage and everything is and customs, I just think we just have to think twice over here. You know, because not everything is stocked by Beth at Little Red Tarot. So Schiffer is working on a reprint for Fixers and then we'll re-release. Yeah, they did say to me they would let me know when it was back. I emailed them and they said they're going to replace the misspelt cards, which is a shame because I love misspelt cards. I really do. I love things with errors in them. I've told you before, you know, the True Black Tarot has got a misspelling of Hierophant, and I was like, no, I'm all right. You don't need to send me a replacement card. I'm happy with it. Kind of makes it a little bit more unique. I mean, the whole thing about the blushing fool, you know, is the fact that it was classed at the time as a bit of a printing error. It was an oversaturation. But look how sought after the blushing fool is now before they corrected it. So, exactly, Hermit's Cave. Yeah, it is horrible when we get stung. I got a mini Radiant Y Spirit today. I know you did. Elle messaged me, Jackie. I didn't. We ordered on the same day. We checked, didn't we? We ordered mini Radiant Ys on the same day. I got a dispatch notification last week saying it has been dispatched and it's on its way to you. And then 2 days ago, we have refunded because we're unable to fulfill the order. I'm like, well, why did you email me a week ago telling me you dispatched? And then now, if you go to Book Depository, the release date has been pushed back to July the 8th, something like that. You know, about a week into July. But it was only £9. So I ordered it again. I just ordered it again. So hopefully that one will come. I'm so happy I got the copy with the typo. I really like typos. Yeah, I'm the same, Mendy. Just makes them a little bit more unique, doesn't it? What deck has the typo? The second edition of the Star Tarot. Oh, you've replied anyway, so... I have a deck for you if you love misspelt cards. Like 7 were misspelled. 7 were misspelled? That's an oversight, isn't it? I rarely notice misspells being dyslexic. I love them because, yeah, do you know, I think, is it the Crystal Unicorn? Had a missing pentacle or something like that. Didn't notice when I did the walkthrough of the True Black about Hierophant. I don't pay that much detail. I just see the word and think, oh yeah, Hierophant or Emperor. Don't necessarily look. And there's that thing that used to go around on social media, on Facebook, isn't it? Where it's all jumbled up and you can read it as long as the first letter and the last letter are in the right place. What happens in between, your brain can just read it anyway. So unless you're quite, you know, used to being attention to detail, perhaps if you've been a proofreader or something like that. And I spent 7 years as a personal assistant. So you would think with all the things that I had to proofread that I would be really good at that, but I've let those skills go. I have the typo version too. And are you happy you've got the typo version, Jen? Tea leaves and tarot. Oh, is Lisa here? There are 2 correct spellings for judgment. I was just going to ask you if you've seen the jumbled letter me. Yes, exactly. It's really clever. The deck with all the typos is a bootleg Edith Waite. I'll have a video on it in a week or so. Oh, the Edith Waite. I think I've got the Edith Waite. I think. I need to check. Isn't it bad when you don't know exactly what decks you've got? I'll need to check my library, but I think I've got Edith Waite. Oh, Lisa is here. Hello, Lisa. Lovely to see you. I know the number of times it comes up in tarot groups makes me giggle and becomes quite a debate sometimes. GIF is pronounced with a hard G. If you disagree, delete your account. What? What? Yes, I'm glad to have it, says Jen. Did you have the Edith Waite? I'd love to see it. I think I do have the Edith Waite. I think. I'll need to see yours. I think I got it a couple of years ago. It will be up in my RWS cubby, which is just off camera. That's where all my most of my RWS decks are. So, all right. So I'm going to pull a card. What deck? Well, I may as well use the Badger Forest Tarot, haven't I? Whack it out. I beg your pardon. Simon, there's a very subtle error in the Dark Mansion. Page of Pentacles. Oh, all these little errors. We should do a tag of decks with errors tag. See who spots what. See who spots what. Yes, I made it for once. And it's lovely to see you. Lisa is like one of my oldest moderators in the Hermit's Cave. One of the originals, going back a couple of years now. So, and she's a star, like they all are. And has been with my channel right from the beginning. Like a few of you have as well. An error tag, yeah. Decks with errors. Yeah, you start it, Melissa. You've got one that's got a deck that's got 7 errors in it. You're welcome, Lisa. Okay, let's focus on a card for the weekend. That's a great idea for a tag. Back in the good old days, hey Al? Yeah, I know what you thought of me back then. Oh. You mastered that riffle shuffle yet? No, Pauline, it's never going to happen. I can't even, you know, I keep pausing videos. You know when people do it and they split and twist? I can never get it the right way around. I'm like, and I keep watching and I can't grasp it. I need somebody to sit down with me, perhaps with a plastic deck, like the Golden Thread or Deck of the Bastard, and just show me how it's done. Because people have tried on camera and I can't. I'll show you, Simon. You need to come then, Jen. I know it's out of your control, and you would if you could. You should have shown me when you was here last year. See, this deck is shuffled enough now. It's because I put the majors in back in order, wasn't it? Oh, I've got a jumper. Oh, crikey. Oh, we have Temperance is the jumper. Who was it that just said? It was Shea, wasn't it? The Temperance card is what sold the deck to me. Well, this is going to be quite an important card for this deck, I think, because it's really making its presence known. Yeah, she's the beautiful, majestic one. And I mean, it's very different to Temperance, isn't it, when you think of the Temperance card? But I suppose the message is moderation is key, isn't it? That's the first thing I always think about when I think about the Temperance card. Whatever the image is, it could be 2 ways to look at it, whether we're thinking about moderation in terms of applying self-control, which for a lot of us in this community we could struggle with, if we're honest, about self-control, particularly about the things that we buy in a mass. I think Temperance is a life lesson card for me, because I am kind of an all or nothing person, and I do need to get that balance a little bit better. But, you know, when we're thinking about moderation, for me it's about that sort of tempering things that we might do to an excess and making sure that we've got a healthy relationship with it. But also, you know, the second side that I often think about with Temperance card is, you know, any sort of offers of help with things, we should view that more as, you know, working in cooperation with somebody. Because very often, particularly with a lot of the work that I do, you go to assist somebody, you go to help them, and a lot of people have a sort of barrier around that. And I think it's gone really dark all of a sudden. I can hardly even see this card. Doesn't look so dark on camera, but big black cloud has come across. And I think we should be more open to that and see it as an opportunity to work in collaboration and cooperate with somebody, rather than seeing it as something that might be restrictive in some way, or you know, somebody's challenging us or thinking that we're not doing something like we should be. But for really, if we're thinking about goals and aspirations, I think we need to find clarity, and we need to determine what it is we actually need and what can assist us on our path, whether that's assistance from somebody else or whether it's again about that sort of moderation. But to get harmony, which is what the temperance card is about, getting that balance restored, that harmony, then we have to think about, you know, those, for me, those two things. Is there something in our life that needs that balance restoring, where moderation needs to play a part? And also, you know, can we cooperate and work with somebody to achieve goals as well, without seeing that as either a hindrance or a threat, or even somebody thinking that we're not good enough, because we are. Okay, so I've seen a couple of orange. What deck is that? I missed it. This is, it was one of the gifts that I've received today, and it's the Badger Forest Tarot. And it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous deck. So it's nearly half past. Thank you for being here with me today. In case you want to see the box, I wondered where I put it. It's here, the Badger's Forest Tarot. And the artist is Nikisha. I've forgotten her last name already. She doesn't put it on the box. Oh yes, she does at the bottom. Nikisha van der Hoeven. Incredible, incredible artist. Really beautiful. And a little known gem, I've got to say. Don't really see this. To say it's been out for 7 years, so a hidden gem within our community. Oh, Adam, hello. You stayed with us. Good to see everybody. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the solstice. I'm really excited for the first time ever, even though I'm not there physically. Through the wonders of technology, we can be in either Glastonbury tonight, or we can be in the plains of Wiltshire and Salisbury and be at Stonehenge and see the setting sun. And hopefully, if it's not too cloudy, that would be a bit depressing, wouldn't it? So hopefully you'll join us there. Enjoy Luther, enjoy Midsummer, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste, and blessed be.